This is the most embarrassing thing ever. Like, if this was me, I'd literally cringe and just ask the floor to open and just let me just cover myself from this shame and mockery. But let me explain to you guys what happened in this video and how it all turned out. You need to watch to the end to understand. Please subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to Banigos TV. Guys, this woman went to church to give a testimony, Pastor Paul Eneche's church, that's Dunamis Church, and she went to testify of the goodness of God in her life, how, she has been through so much, and she is the first person to be a graduate in a father and mother side of family. No one has graduated. They either just do primary or secondary education and stop. But luckily for her, after all the trials, God on her side, she was able to, rise above all sicknesses and everything. She rose above all, and, she came to give testimony in church, and then this happened. Let me put what happened briefly for you guys to see, and I'll be back with more.
I keep going to the extent I go to 500 level, and challenges everywhere. Problems, sickness, they afflict me with leg pain, and I cannot be able to finish. My mates have finished. So the program is 6 years. So since I cannot be able to meet up, some of my mates finish, and I keep on like that. And yesterday, God declared me.
Well, she said that embargo was there in the course of her program. The course of her program, she was afflicted, and it looked as though she wasn't able to, or she isn't going to finish that program, but God helped her. Yesterday, she graduated, like she said, the first person to bag a degree in her family.
Degree in what?
In
what law?
Law program.
What's it called? What's the name of the degree? Like medicine is MBBS. Give her the mic. What kind of degree is it? My medicine is MBBS.
BSc, sir. BSc in law, sir.
So the testimony is a lie. There is nothing like BSc in law. You either have LLB or BL. It's a lie. The testimony is a lie. Please go back to your seat. BSc law. Is that how lawyers speak English? Please, anybody who comes to this altar to share a testimony that is not true, you do it at the risk of yourself. At the risk of yourself. We are not playing here. We are not faking anything here. When she started her testimony and she's talking law, I knew there was nothing like law. No matter how bad it is, it hasn't got to that level. Then you say you got a degree in law. What degree? BSc. Is there any lawyer here who has a BSc in law? Lie testimony. Come to stand on the altar to tell lies in the name of testifying. Anyone who dares that, you do it at your detriment. The Lord can make it alive. Come to make it look like the word of God is fake, or that what God is doing is not real. You do it at the detriment of yourself.
May I not give testimony that will put me in trouble? Somebody say that. Hey, because what manner of embarrassment is this? Now, let me analyze one or two things in this video. Now, the woman could have been tensed. Do you guys know there's something they call stage fright? She could have been tensed, and then everything she wants to say, she will forget it. They were asking her. She said BSc instead of LLB because, as a lawyer, it's LLB you graduate with. That is what they call the degree that they give you. So I'm thinking probably this woman made a mistake, because when the pastor said, lawyer is this, is LLB, she now said LLB, but the mic was not on her mouth. And then the man of God had already said, you are a liar. You are lying. Get off the stage. I feel so embarrassed for her. There is something we call stage fright. There's something we call forgetting. There's something we call making mistakes. People are prone to mistakes. We are humans and we can make mistakes. So for me, I feel like this woman just made a mistake. Now, people will say, why are you saying that, princess? The pastor exposed her, the pastor caught her. Well, the woman actually graduated from Open University. They even went to dig out places where her name was showing that she was part of those who actually graduated. You can see the picture on my on your screen right here, showing the woman in a graduation attire. I feel so embarrassed for this woman. I feel so embarrassed. So people in the comment section were saying the pastor needs to go and apologize to her. But do you think she's ever going to get an apology? I don't think she will. I don't think she will. And this is why some people don't come outside in church to give testimony, and they will say, come and give testimony. Oh, come and testify of what God has done for you. People are thankful of what God has done. They thank God in their houses. But they will not come outside and give testimony because of things like this. I'm not saying people don't fake testimonies. But I felt the man of God should have, been calm, even and not embarrass her on stage there, even if he felt it was a lie. That is what I think. It's just my opinion. You're entitled to your own. I felt the man of God should have just allowed her, and when she goes, they can tell her that, oh, why did you come and lie about the testimony? Or do their research, do their findings. I feel so bad for this woman. I feel so bad for her. Make me remember when I used to, sing, on stage as a choir member in one of the big churches in Nigeria, one of the, the subgroup churches, but it's quite big. Guys, the first time I was ever going to come on stage and sing, it felt like I was going to pee on my body. Your notes, you will miss it. That is what stage fright can do to people. That is absolutely what stage fright can do to these people. I don't know how this woman will be feeling when she knows she was not lying. And the way the man of God said, get off the stage, you are lying. We don't lie here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, I was discussing this with somebody. Someone was saying that this is why they will now start go and review, law in the Open University. I don't think they'll go and review anything for me. I don't think so one bit. And also, I felt like the man of God downgraded this woman. Yes, he looked down on her. Because there was a statement he made when he said, is this how people who graduate law speak English? Is English our first language? It is not. We are all a work in progress. This woman might have graduated with law. So does that mean she wants to go and start practicing law? Doesn't necessarily mean it. But probably she felt like that was what she wanted to study, because she said she was working and then she trained herself through school. I feel so bad for her, really. If it's me, Omo, I will not go to that church again. If it's me, but that woman might not act that way because she's very, very, Christian more than me. But if it's me, hey, whoa, I will be too embarrassed to even walk through the gates of the church, because even if it's now proven that I was not lying, like, why was the man of God saying people who study law, is that how they speak English? I felt like it was truly looking down on her. It was really looking down on her, and it should not be done. There are certain things that should be done, but not in the house of God. We've seen worse people who have graduated that cannot even spell properly. How did they graduate? This woman just chose to come and thank God, and she got the embarrassment of her life. If it's you, would you come outside tomorrow to come and testify to the goodness of God in your life? Or you'd rather just keep quiet and thank God internally? Because if it's me, I'd rather just do that. Thank God in my house. Father, I thank you. And I think churches should bring back when they used to write testimony. Yes, when they write you write your testimony, because people used to write their testimonies before, and suddenly churches said, oh, it's beginning to look like fake. There are lots of people who want to testify, but they don't have that courage, that strength to come outside and stand in front of the altar to testify. Some people will say, when you were crying for God, crying to God, you were crying, now you cannot come outside. No, it's not everybody that has the guts to come outside and stand in public. Now, this woman made one mistake. Now, the mistake I'll blame this woman for also was not knowing, okay, or was not remembering, but it's not her fault. I don't want to, because if the pastor when the pastor said LLB and she did not acknowledge it, I'll say, okay, this woman now load up, but she acknowledged it. Anyway, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, because enough with what I'm saying here, but I feel so embarrassed for this woman. I feel so embarrassed for her. But leave your thoughts to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.